The member for Beaches East York.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Children, Community and Social Services. The Daily Bread Food Bank just released its annual report this morning. It said that almost 1 million Torontonians needed to visit food banks over the course of a year. Food bank use remains 14% higher than it was in 2008 and continues to climb in the inner suburbs of Toronto, where it is harder for food banks to reach the people who need it. Instead of addressing the issues that people need their government to tackle, like food insecurity and poverty, the Premier has instead cut in half the planned increase to OW and ODSP. Minister, how much longer will Ontarians be left to fend for themselves while the government continues to make cuts that harm our most vulnerable citizens?
Minister of Children, Community and Social Services.
Thanks very much to the member for her question. This is very serious. 1 in 7 people live in poverty in the province of Ontario. That's why we're taking immediate steps through the Minister of Economic Development and Trade in ensuring that we have an Open for Ontario Business Act so we can get more jobs in the province of Ontario. That's why in the fall economic statement our Minister of Finance is going to tell us how we're going to get back on track after 15 years of waste, scandal and mismanagement. And that's why in the next week and a half I'll be outlining some of the changes that we're going to make in social assistance to better lift people out of poverty, get them back on track where they can get a job, and when they can, provide better supports for them. I have to say, though, I'm really happy to be the Minister of Community and Social Services because of the work I've been doing for the past 15 years with Barhaven's Food Cupboard, raising tens of thousands of pounds of food twice a year and tens of thousands of dollars for that food cupboard. I'm going to continue to work with the Barhaven Food Cupboard, but all food cupboards across this province, so that we can make sure that those who need a social safety net get it.
Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, year after year, poverty levels are deepening in Ontario. More seniors are needing to use food banks, and jobs aren't going to help them. Over 60% of food bank clients rely on that OW and ODSP that got cut. And for many of those people, they can't work, so jobs won't help them. And even then, the top 3 reasons that people still missed a meal were to pay for rent, phone bills, and transportation. This is utterly unacceptable. People should not go hungry because they have to take the TTC or pay their rent on time. When is the minister going to stop this outrageous disregard for Ontario's most vulnerable and start taking real action on the issues that matter to most of Ontarians?
Minister.
Speaker, I completely reject the premise of the question. We raised social assistance rates by 1.5% across the board immediately after assuming office. We've got a 100-day plan in order to get people lifted out of poverty and back on track in their lives, providing them with wraparound supports through multi-ministries in this government. That's what we're committed to doing. We do not want to see a continuation of the disjointed, patchwork, silo programs of the previous Liberal administration, supported 97% of the time by that party. So what we're going to do is make sure that we look at that $10 billion program in social assistance that 1 million people are relying on and see how many of them we can get back on track through a total means of support. But as I've mentioned many times, when we value the work of our food cupboards, I personally value the work that I do with our food cupboards. But the best social safety net is a compassionate society. The best social circumstances are when people are working, and the best social program is
Stop the clock.